for this individual, there was death upon him. And I poured divine grace because he helped you. And now he got free of this. And the same was valid for me. There was a specific type of attack of also of death spells on me, and I was on spiritual journey on travel. I didn't even have anything with me, and where to do even a spiritual bath at the time. So it was very complicated for me to fight it. So he said, because of this, I could pour divine grace over you. And what I asked from that individual had nothing to do with God's purpose in making me go ask. So I asked a very mundane thing, help with something very pragmatical in that circumstance. But actually, on spiritual level, what happened, because I was obedient to God's request, was of huge importance for each of us. Each of us got rid of death spells on us, which were looming and were weighing us down at that point in time, because God was able to pour divine grace over us, you know. So this is for sometimes God asked me, for example, to keep quiet when certain individual, particularly from my neighborhood, who are doing gang stalking on me for years now, were aggressing me, So he said, just keep quiet. And I was like so angry. I was like, why would I keep quiet? Why they say this and they do this to me, and they did this to my dog, and they this. And God said, just keep quiet, just keep quiet. So he kept saying this for years, and they did, like he said. Or he would say, just don't interact with that individual. Don't confront that individual when he comes to you. Just play stupid. And just don't enter into the discussion that he tries to pull you into. And after a certain number of years, that individual poisoned a street dog and threw him into my courtyard. And now God said, now you're free to go, say. And they said, why now? And God said, I needed you to shut up and play stupid so they would expose themselves, because they did this in previous lifetimes. And because they feared you, they did it behind your back and you didn't learn about it. Okay, so now I needed you to play stupid so they would actually do it, so you will see it. God would say, just keep quiet and observe. Just keep quiet and observe. And now you needed to see them so you can actually claim justice and judgment and punishment on them. So you can actually, when you start speaking, you know exactly what they have done. And he said, if they would have learned earlier that you are confronting them, they wouldn't have had the guts to do this so out in the open that you can actually prove, So, or other times God will say, go and fight with this individual. And I was like, all of the sudden. I said, yeah, all of the sudden. And it proved that there was a certain entity, essentially, which that individual took upon himself to cloak himself in order to attack me without me observing him. By fighting that individual, the force within him revealed itself, and that could be cut off. So there are certain specific spiritual assignments and purposes in everything that you're supposed to be doing. It's much more complicated. And as I said, if you have the purpose of a twin flame truly, God will talk to you, and God will give you a chance to actually, will come for you to help you, no matter in how much darkness you are. But if you refuse to do it, you need to understand you're not irreplaceable. There is a time limit to everything, and God will not allow you to come back into somebody else's life simply because you're going to get yourself in so much trouble that all the darkness that you will bring with you will drag that individual down too much. And God is not willing to allow this, because not enough people have been elevating further enough in this ascension. God needs his warriors who have been loyal and obedient and have been evolving spiritually. He needs them to carry on other fights. He doesn't need those warriors to go backwards just because someone from their past asks them to. The ones from the past should be doing redemption with God in order to catch up with these wounds. So you really, I think this is a very long video. I think I touched upon most of the ideas that I wanted to add to the previous video. Understanding the assignment of a couple according to 5D and divine logic is very important in the process of breaking free from all these mentalities and addictions which have been inflicted upon some individuals. Clearly, people became karmic as they accepted those. And they dwelled into that darkness, and I don't even know how to call it. They like to stay in the mud, basically. That's how I would call it. God says he doesn't like these words, but I don't know how to call it differently. So this would be a few examples about understanding the assignment. The point is, there is a window of opportunity. God will help you to achieve your purpose, but you need to be obedient to God. And obedient doesn't mean stupid. It might mean sometimes to play stupid, but it doesn't mean that you're going to be stupid. God will repay that. As that frustration of playing stupid when you don't want to, God will repay that, and I say this from experience, with enormous wisdom that He puts upon you, He places upon you. So because I was obedient and I did what He said, like keep quiet when He wanted me and play stupid when He wanted me to do that, He revealed to me why, which was much more of a wisdom gain for me than if I would have engaged into a fight with that individual, who was actually a very legitimate fight, because that individual was insulting me, was disrespecting me, was disrespecting my rights of property and so on. But I wouldn't have gained as much as I gained if I was obedient. Namely, I followed God without question. This is what obedient in 5D means. Obedient doesn't mean to be to humiliate yourself. It means to be wise and to see from higher perspective and to follow what God says when God says it, trusting that He knows better why, and knowing, I am here to tell you, knowing that He will reveal to you why He asked you to do this. And by that, you will gain tremendous wisdom, which you won't be able to receive in any other way. Okay, I'm gonna close up now because it's already a very long video and it will take long to upload. I will hear you in the next. You will hear me actually in the next video, and I will see what is the guidance from God to talk about. Most probably, personally, I would be interested to talk about something related to the karmic board meeting, which is upcoming in June, which I think is a very important moment, and people should take heed of that and get ready for that time. Okay. Thank you for joining my channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe to make sure that others get access to this information. Thank you.